That man, the one that was murdered.
Sir John Bolcombe?
Yeah, him. You know what, I didn't do it.
Well, no one said that you did, Miss White.
I've only been here a few days. I didn't even know him. I mean, they're Margaret's friends, not mine.
Miss White.
I mean, I was asleep at the time. So you see, I couldn't have done it.
Please.
No. But you don't understand. I've been ill, Chief Inspector, for a long time. But I'm not anymore. See, Margaret helped me sort things out. And I always got the blame for everything. When I was in care, in the hospital, all the bloody time.
Miss White, no one is accusing you of anything. Now, I'm sure Mrs. Cliff will be worried about you. Why don't I get Sergeant Lewis to call her, and I can drive you out?
I thought if I told them myself, they'd believe me. Oh, I'm sorry.
There. Come on, calm down, calm down. You've nothing to reproach yourself for. Nothing at all. She's lying down. Thank you for bringing her home.
It was the least I could do.
Please, Inspector.
Thank you. I didn't realize the estate was so large.
Very, very large. And according to the reference books, there's a Roman fort on it somewhere, which I hope to find someday.
The metal detector?
Well, there's a chance it might help.
That strikes me as a very interesting pastime. And an apt one for a psychologist.
Oh, I see what you mean. Oh, would that human beings were as accessible as old ruins, Chief Inspector. My job would be so much easier.
I'm sure. Can you tell me why Jessica came to us, Mrs. Cliff?
I can try. A person's mental well-being depends on their ability to cope with external pressures. That requires inner strength. Now, if that inner strength is diminished, then the ability to cope is likewise weakened. The world becomes a hostile place to be withdrawn from or lashed out at. The smallest thing can sometimes provoke either response.
But why should we suspect her? Why should she think that?
Jessica was adopted at birth. The couple that took her were later divorced and she was put into care. While she was there, she was told about her background. The way Jessica saw it, she'd been rejected twice, by her natural mother and by the family who adopted her. She became resentful. Later, she became violent. There were a number of incidents at the children's home. Jessica came to us when she was 16. Came to me. She was discharged 6 months ago.
So much for professional detachment. She clearly means a great deal to you. But, her future?
Well, she's young. She'll move on.
You seem very generous with the time you give to others. You have no family of your own?
My husband died in the second year of our marriage. Since then, I've had my work and my hobby.
She all right?
She's in very good hands.
Weird, though, don't you think, coming into the station like that?
Not really. Sir John and his sons left early to discuss some business, Mr. Rydell. They argued. Have you any idea what that was about?
There's always something to argue about in business, Chief Inspector.
But given your position, you'd be aware of anything contentious.
There was some talk of turning Curzon into a public company, with Emily retaining 51% of the shareholding.
Who was talking?
Sir John, James.
And Harry?
Harry was against it.
So it couldn't go ahead?
Decisions are made in a 2/3 majority. Harry couldn't stop it.
But with Sir John dead?
Decisions have to be unanimous now, obviously. Harry can block the move.
Harry gets his way.
Yes. Chief Inspector, you're not suggesting...
Why was Harry against the idea?
I really don't know, Sergeant.
Nor why Sir John and James wanted to sell up half the company in the first place?
They told me it was to finance a major venture they were planning. They wouldn't say what. As I've told you, my role is a marginal one, and since Emily would remain in control of the firm, they didn't need to consult with me.
We're doing quite well, sir.
Not well enough. Ah, Sergeant. Your name's not on this list, I see.
What list is that?
For volunteers to man the stalls at the annual fete.
Oh, isn't it, sir? I guess I must have forgot.
Put the sergeant's name down, would you? Chief Inspector, you do intend coming along to the station fete? You know we have...
The Deputy Chief Constable performing the opening ceremony. Yes, I know, sir. Wild horses wouldn't drag me away.
Good.
What's he doing? Reading a book. You know, what book? A big, thick one, I don't know. What's that music?
That's Mozart, Charlie. Suave suel un vento from Così fan tutti.
Oh, it's nice.
Yeah, it's only music.
Get the hell out of here!
Your son's not at home?
And they've gone to London, a meeting with the company solicitors. What exactly are you hoping to find?
It's possible your husband's killer may have been a business rival. There may be some reference in his correspondence that will prove helpful.
This is his study.
You're welcome to stay if you wish.
That was his room. I haven't set foot in it for years. It's still his room. Was your search worthwhile?
It wasn't, I'm sorry to say. Though it appears we have a mutual friend, Joshua Masterson.
Must have been an acquaintance of my husband. The name means nothing to me.
Oh, well. Well, thank you for your cooperation, Lady Balcom.
You'll need an agent soon, Chief Inspector.
Sorry?
You're becoming famous. I'd love to have my picture in the paper. What's it like, seeing yourself?
May I keep this?
Of course. I expect you want to cut it out and put it in your scrapbook.
Chief Inspector Morse can still find time to indulge his passion for books, music, and fine wines.
Is it wrong to like books? To like music?
They make them sound like vices. Worse, like the pastimes of someone foolish. And it was 10 o'clock at night, in my own home.
Couldn't you have drawn the curtains? Not let them see you in repose like this?
I had no right being there. And linking this lack of progress with my lifestyle, it's inaccurate. You know that.
Well, they haven't actually said that, have they?
It's inferred.
Maybe. Look, Morse, I warned you. Woo them, I said. They can make life very hard for all of us.